A millionaire named Richard Coleman stepped onto his private jet, 3 women beside him, laughter echoing through the cabin as wine glasses lifted high. He had everything money was capable of buying, but that flight would be the final time he touched the sky for pleasure. Mid-air, the engine suddenly failed, and the plane plunged violently toward the ocean. Everyone on board died except him. Somehow, miraculously, Richard survived. He swam for hours until he reached a deserted island, wounded, exhausted, and nearly stripped of hope. For days he fought hunger, storms, and a crushing loneliness that nearly shattered his mind. He learned how to fish, how to spark fire from stones, how to sleep on sand, and how to speak to God only through silence. Every night, staring at the stars, he whispered with a broken soul, "God, do you still hear me?" He knew the truth, that he had betrayed his wife, abandoned his family, and worst of all, betrayed the man he once was. One early morning, while he slept inside the shelter he built with his own hands, a tiny spark turned into flames. The fire devoured everything, his roof, his food, his strength. Desperate, he dropped to his knees and cried into the empty sky, "Forgive me, Lord. I chased pleasure and found nothingness. I lost everything I loved. If you give me one more chance, I will spend my life fixing what I broke." Drained from crying, he collapsed asleep on the sand. At sunrise, a distant sound tore through the stillness, helicopter blades slicing through the sky. Richard jumped up and sprinted toward the beach, waving his arms with every bit of strength left in him. When the rescuers landed, he asked through tears, "How did you find me?" One of them answered softly, "We saw a huge column of smoke on the horizon last night. We thought it was a distress signal." Richard fell to his knees, sobbing uncontrollably. The same fire he believed would be the end of his life was the very thing that saved him. Sometimes, what looks like your destruction is the way God pulls you out. When everything burns, it's not always the ending. Sometimes it's God clearing the path for a new beginning. If you believe God can turn your losses into salvation, write Amen in the comments. And share this story to remind others that the fire that destroys can also be the fire that guides you back home.